This is Eric, and as you can see, he's learning to fly in the R44. He's about to send him on his first solo, and like all of our students, he's well and truly ready for it, having completed quite a bit of the syllabus already, exams, etc., medicals, and we practice a lot of pre-first solo emergencies. Not that we expect anything to go wrong, of course, but to make sure somebody's very well prepared, both we're able to deal with the problem, but mentally as well, so they feel very confident and comfortable. So we've already, prior to this point, we've already done quite a few circuits and lots of takeoffs and landings and spot turns, discussing once again the finesse he'll require to avoid dynamic rollover and how different it will be as I've got out. I don't weigh an awful lot, about 68 kilos, but it makes a difference to how a helicopter flies. By this point you become so attuned, you notice literally a sort of a half a degree nose up or nose down or roll left, roll right. It seems more than that. So there you can see I'm just reminding him he will sit a little bit more nose up. So we'll need a little bit more cyclic forward. He knows all this, but I'm just reiterating it to make sure it all goes incredibly well and nice and everybody's happy. Now what we have done, you won't see on here particularly, is we've also been finding a nice spot on the airfield, so the wind is pretty much coming straight at the helicopter at the moment, but Elstree is a little bit of a slope, slopes up in front of us, so we've found a spot on the airfield where the helicopter's already actually sitting with a slightly nose up attitude, what I think is going to be about the same attitude as when Eric lifts by himself. And it's also, again you can't see it easily, but it's leaning ever so slightly to the left because the helicopter will hang slightly left skid low and nose up. And this is why in a minute when you see, if you watch the cyclic, Eric's got it in the sort of the central, if you like, non-shaky position. You won't move it an awful lot, you certainly won't see him really moving it sideways, whereas if you're on a dead level surface, you'll certainly see the cyclic move to the left. If you watched our previous video in the cavalry, it's the opposite way around. Cavalry's clockwise turning ropes, this is anti-clockwise. So I've done my usual, got out, walked off. I'm not as far away as it really looks. I'm a good sort of 50 foot away from him. But the fisheye lens makes it look like I'm probably about 100, 200 foot away from him. I've got a radio in my hand so I can hear what's going on, and just in case the tower wants to communicate with me, for instance, anything along those lines, or vice versa. Good look around, I can't see any reason why. Direction never goes and looks like I think he's just talked to the tower. Yeah, he's just done his call. A little bit of vibration on the camera, it's not the helicopter, don't worry. He's just going to really take his time. Gently, you can see the downwash, so he's lifting the collector, see the manifold air pressure going up. Just going to be sort of feeling that helicopter, just watching, feeling. You can see a little bit of cyclic movement, trying to anticipate. But focusing outside, not inside on instruments or gauges, but outside so you can see the attitude. A little bit of a twitch there, you can see it's just getting smidgen light, so it's just corrected, put the lever down, which is good, so it's just reselecting the cyclic, because he's just spotted what the attitude's trying to do, or the helicopter's trying to do. There, and just with the cyclic you can see the nearest hint of forward to compensate for me, but it is already a nose up attitude, and not much left cyclic required on this occasion. Nice steady hover. You probably see me move my arms up, so at the moment, because it's not obvious on this video, he was a tiny bit on the low side, not by much. We like to be at least sort of skids at least 5 foot off the ground at this point, so there's a bit of wiggle room. On the first solo I don't normally personally teach them to do a spot turn, because it just adds another element in there. We just want them to be nice and comfortable in the hover, which he is, and the so I'll have a good look behind him, and I'll give a sort of a thumbs up as if to say, yeah, well, it looks fine behind you, there's no reason why you shouldn't go, he's done a call. Of course, we warn everybody, transition, it's going to accelerate a bit quicker with that loss of weight. especially the R44, because it's quite powerful anyway, and it will climb if you're not careful quickly, so they'd be cautious how much power they pull, especially gaining things like the 44 or the Jet Ranger. If they pull up to maximum continuous power, it will climb initially 1500 feet per minute. So, you know, literally 30 seconds later, they're already busting circuit height at Elstree, so they have to be a bit cautious about just how much power they pull. Good. I pre-warned him that he might lose airspeed on the climb up, but no, he hasn't. He's kept that under control. It's nice. See him have a good look around, keep an eye on things. Good. Just spotted his carburetors a little bit on what he felt was the low side. So he waited till he was up to a sensible height and adjusted it. Nice. That's good to see, tells us he's keeping a bit of an eye on the helicopter. Although it's almost a continual turn, that's effectively crosswind for us because the heli circuit Elstree is fairly small, doesn't take long to go around. It's lower and tighter than the fixed wing circle. There's our downwind. Funny enough, the house he's the friend he's staying with lives just off to the right there. Got a nice big house and a helicopter. Good, height looks spot on, that's nice, airspeed looks really good. See Eric looking around, it's good, lots of attention to what's going on around him as well as the helicopter. Looks like he probably just spoke to the tower, just looking there downwind. And we use that student call sign just to reiterate to everybody that he is a student, and on this occasion by himself. Good, height looks good. Just turning what would be crosswind, although once again it's almost a continual turn onto final to the north side grass. Yeah, looking good. Backed his airspeed off, a nice gentle angle of approach by the looks of it, looks about right. Because that's the other thing we want, of course, with the loss of weight, the helicopter is a little bit more reluctant to descend. So again, if you just get used to pushing the collective down to a certain point, i.e. manifold air pressure, it won't descend how you expect. So it's more about a combination of perhaps preempting the collective lead down to a certain amount, but watching the vertical speed indicator, so you're achieving the rate of descent you desire. You see yellow helicopter down there, so it's just got to avoid them, but that's fine, they're out of the way. Don't call on final, so they will hopefully be well aware that he's on his approach. We quite often brief them as well, rather than make a transition directly to the hover, especially in things like the Capt White, this of course, to make a transition just back to the hover taxi because it helps with stability, and then just hover taxi over to where you wish to land the helicopter. That can help, just especially by the first time by yourself, with things like yaw controls, it just helps improve stability. And all I was doing next, I know it's difficult on that north side grass to kind of find where you took off from, because ideally I sort of said to him, land where you took off from, because it was a really good spot, but it's hard to see, there aren't any markings out there, so I actually stood on the spot. That's why I just saw Eric nod as if to say, oh yeah, I see. Yeah, so it's got it positioned right over where he took off from. Okay, nice and stable, relaxed, look out. Then Quite often students will wobble as they get close to the ground. It can just be psychological, but it does, the ground cushion also does start to escape in an irregular fashion. But there we are. Very nicely done, Eric. Well done.
After a while, I saw you pointing out. I was so focused on looking for my spot, I wasn't looking for you. I'm like, here! And I suddenly see you land. No, here! When you leave, I'm going to just jump out and just deal with you. You do your thing. I won't go around the back end. So.
Yeah, please don't.
No,
I don't want to be involved in an accident. My first solo, my pilot, my instructor gets chopped up.
Yeah, doesn't bode well for the file.
Alright, I'm taking the brake on. Two. 154988. 154988. Okay, let's see. Decon note reading check. My needle's off. Check. Alternator off. Check. Nav lights off. Check. Flux lights out. Yes, it is. Rear transponder is off. Check. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. Off. Strobe off. Check. Sky unit iPad off. Check. Battery master off. Check. GoPro camera. 1.